I was married to Avi for almost 30 years. We met in 1973 in Kiev, came to United States, raised 2 children, and we just fell apart, our relationships. We're friendly, we became like relatives, and we are.
My father was very calm. My parents would fight, but they would never have any physical confrontation ever. I don't remember a single one in my entire life. Not once.
Avi is not a violent type. I will be more hyper-aggressive, A-type personality. Avi is more laid-back, reserved, and not aggressive person.
I was married for my previous wife for 30 years, and I got divorced in 2003, and I became very lonely. So I decided to look for a wife, on internet, and this is how I met Elena Mamedova through internet.
Avi wanted to have a family. He didn't like to be lonely, and this is maybe only one fault. His probably fault that he was so lonely and desperate to be with somebody that he fell into this trap.
So we met 3 times before I decided to get, and she was, all the time like, I miss you so much, I will come to any point on the earth to meet you.
I wanted my dad to be happy, and if he truly felt like he wanted to be with her, I gave it the opportunity, even though I warned him.
My kids tried to warn me. I told me, if there is one really loves me, has to be Elena.
This one case I dealt with where a woman was initially my client for other matters other than immigration. Actually, it was a prenup agreement. As it turned out, and as I learned more about this case, because I had to be involved in it, he was actually a very, very nice person. In fact, another conclusion why he was not abusive, he was the one bringing her to my office saying, please help her. I want her interests to be protected. So I was actually following his request, protecting her interests.
After I married her, immediately we applied for adjustment of status, and I filed for affidavit of support for her, and she changed drastically, She was very cold, and so, for example, I had to eat alone. So I thought I'm bringing wife, so she was like, I was coming from work, she was like putting food on the table and going to another room. This is just one example. I thought, why did I bring wife for? If I still have to wait. I told her that I feel even more lonely with you than I was feeling before. To sit alone, to eat alone, and she would not go anywhere, Strange behavior all the time,
I saw the way they interacted, and the entire time I saw that it was like cold. And I saw that my dad, even probably, part of him probably knew that there was some distance there, but he didn't want to believe it because he was lonely. And she used his loneliness against him to get whatever she wanted.
The real reason I discovered much later, when I discovered that she had a boyfriend, a lover. They were corresponding, like exchanging love letters and through internet, a long time before I brought her to United States. The problem is the guy cannot bring her to United States because he was married at the time. And the only way for her to get to United States was to marry me. So they used me, and when I discovered everything, I found his wife, Zoya, and it turned out that Zoya and Michael, the lover of my wife, they lived in the same area I lived. Zoya, the wife of the lover of my wife, gave me the letter, that's one example of the love letter. In few words, in this letter, Michael discloses his deep love for my wife. He called her pussycat, and all the second words, I love you, I miss you. And in the same letter, he informed my wife that he is going to attorney to discuss divorce with his wife in order to be with my wife. But the most interesting is the date of this letter. This letter was addressed, this email was sent to my wife by Michael on March 9. What is most interesting that just 2 weeks before he sent the letter, we got married. with Elena. This is the certificate of marriage, and it's only 2 weeks. We were supposed to be on honeymoon that time, and he already sent her love letter. It just proves they knew each other much before.
Michael came after work. When I'm asking about Helena Mamedova, he told me, yes, I know this woman, I love her, I want to marry with her, I'm sorry, your age, it's high, she's younger, I'm so sorry, you can give me divorce. I told him, okay.
So she told me she has to go back to Russia to bring her youngest son to America. I said, okay, go. I bought her ticket to the flight, gave her money, and she told she's going to stay in Azerbaijan for 2 months. And I was surprised, why so long? We were only married 3 months.
I remember that, like, whenever she needed something, he would buy something for her. Like, she needed dental work, he would just give her money for dental work, or he thought it was for dental work. You know, anytime she needed money for her son, he would just give her money for the son. Like, my dad doesn't really question, he just gives.
I did not know this at that time. The wife of boyfriend was already suspecting him of adultery too. So suddenly her boyfriend told his wife that he has to go to visit his sick father.
He's older, he's 83 years old. Before he never go to Moscow, he just only talked to him.